Now, shift focus to real estate. It's not a pack that too many people like, but the good news, if people read the RBI report, the news that came out was that there was quite a bit of buying that happened in the tier 2 and tier 3 cities. So I'm guessing even peripheral metro places saw quite a bit of buying. So let's get in a couple of voices on this. One, Joy Sanyal, he's the business head of the Western Region of Residential Services of JLL. He joins us on the show, as does Hari Prakash Pandey, VP Finance and Investor Relations, HDIL, who of course services this client segment. Thanks so much for joining in, both of you. And Joy, I'll start off with you. Do you agree with the view that tier 2 and tier 3 cities are the ones which are seeing good demand currently?
Yes, I think so, because we have seen that in the past 3-4 years, there has been an increased construction and housing activity in the smaller towns, particularly the tier 2 and tier 3 cities across the country. Primarily the reason was these areas, these cities were earlier not very organized in terms of housing. They are not within the purview of the government tax net and other stuff. So today, when everything is coming under the purview of the government, the purview of the organized housing, then we are suddenly seeing there is a surge in the activities. That's one reason. Secondly, the population in this area has suddenly become little more educated and little more their consumption pattern has increased. So and everybody could avail the home loans today. So I think that's the reason where a major amount of demand has come up in these kind of cities.
Okay, let's get in a perspective from the company's end as well. Mr. Pandey, how do you see the traction in this space currently, and do you think that sales are happening, or are customers putting off buying in anticipation of price correction?
No, we have seen the volumes comparatively as compared to last 6 months have improved, but mainly if you look at the volumes are on the outskirts of the city. So when you look at Bombay, most of the volumes or the registration which has picked up is on the outskirts of the city. Within the city, just like any other metro city, there is still difficulty in getting the volumes in, and pricing has more or less remained stable. So pricing has not run away, but it has remained more or less stable. But as I said, that volume and pricing within the city is pricing is stable, volume is slightly low, and outskirts is doing well.
Mr. Pandey, how is the traction in terms of raising funds? What's the rate that you are currently borrowing, and are the financial institutions putting pressure on you to get the inventory out?
No, as I said that there is no such pressure in terms of from the financial institutions to kind of pull out the inventory. I think it's overall depends on the company's business model, and as I said that in this market, wherein especially for high ticket products, the consumer sentiment is slightly low actually. People are not willing to invest, and maybe because of higher inflation, maybe because of the interest rate has not come down, the approval processes within the city have still taken time to improve actually. So not much of a pressure from any of the financial institutions to remove the inventories. Yes, the interest rate still remains at around between 12.5% to 13% kind of a range.
Right. I just want to get in a word for you on the MIAL land as well, because there's litigation that's ongoing in that particular segment. What's the update on that case with MIAL? And also, we had some reports indicating that there have been issues on delivery as well as construction at your Kurla project.
No, I don't want to comment on the court matters. The matter is still in the litigation, so it will not be appropriate for me to comment on the MIAL matter as of now. It's in arbitration. As far as the delivery and possession is concerned, I think we are on track. There can be few issues with few customers on some of the projects, but nothing much which is going to derail the company in its execution plan and its handing over of the possession of units in this year.
Okay, before we wrap this discussion, Joy, which amongst the pockets of, say, NCR or Mumbai Metropolitan Region or Bangalore do you think will see sustained growth over the next 2 to 3 years?
I think definitely I would rate Bangalore as the number one because of the continued growth in the economic activity and also availability of more land in the fringe areas of Bangalore city. And I think in the Bangalore region is more poised for higher growth in that over the next 2-3 years. Around this, if you consider Bombay, Delhi, and Bangalore, I think Bangalore would be the highest growth potential area for the next 2-3 years.
All right, of course, Joy as well as Mr. Pandey, thanks very much for joining in today on this discussion on where the real estate segment headed. In fact, talking about the real estate stocks as well, the index, of course, is maintaining a gain of about 1%. That's the CNX Realty Index. And on the downside, just want to highlight a BF Utilities. That stock is, of course, one of the trader favorites. You've got a close to a 4% correction that we are seeing today. So keep monitoring that. It's almost at the lowest point of the day right now. But with that, let's take a quick break on the show then and come right back with lots more on the other side.